What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com. Sunday, February the 14th, 2021. Happy Valentine's Day. Got some cool things going on for you today. Let's do a quick recap, get you on a free play, and then one big thing is NASCAR. The 2021 NASCAR season starts today. 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. Patrick is locked and loaded for another huge season of NASCAR. Everybody knows that he is the best NASCAR mind in the business. Every single week, I mean, I can't even express to you the profit potential in NASCAR. It's unlike any other sport, especially when you have the best minds behind it, and he is the best. So I don't take up a lot of this video going over NASCAR. Obviously, you can get just today's race, or you can get the season. Click the link in the description of this video, and you will be able to watch the NASCAR video that I did. It's 10-15 minute video. It's going over all the details of today's action, as well as the season, everything that you can expect, the ins and outs, kind of just a general breakdown. Especially, it's good for those that have never been with us for NASCAR before. Make sure you click the link. Take the time, watch the video. It's well worth it, especially if you are wanting information on NASCAR. So make sure that you go do that. Subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. That way you don't miss out on anything. Hit the notification bell. And as always, I appreciate it more than you know. Smash the like button. The more times you hit the like button, the more times YouTube will push this video out so other people can see the content and make money just like you. I want everybody to be able to make money just like you. We provide the best free plays in the business. Just the other day when we did our free play, that was the first free play that we had lost in, a week? I mean, guys, we're going to lose some. You can't win them all. We're not perfect. We don't claim to be perfect. But we give out win after win after win. Every once in a while, you're going to have a loss. Unfortunately, we lost one a couple of days ago, so we'll bounce back with a big winner today. What we've got going on today, if you want to jump on something, 3-day pass, obviously $50 gets you 3 days, all plays. 7 days, $100. Now, that does not include NASCAR. The only way to get NASCAR is to purchase NASCAR separately or to be on a 1-year all-access pass. It's the only way to get it because it is completely separate from everything else. That is Patrick's baby. When you purchase that, everything goes to him. That is his division, everything. I have no hand in it other than it is on my site, run through our company, but it is Patrick's baby. So support him and make sure you get with the best NASCAR mind in the business. And I'm telling you this, go purchase the season pass for 50% off today, because at the start of the race, it goes back up. And he'll probably make you enough money in the Daytona 500 alone to cover the investment of the season pass. He's done it every year the last 3 years for every client that's jumped on. So make sure that you jump on that. Let's do a quick recap. Huge congrats to Jerry. Game of the week that went Saturday. Huge winner for Jerry and his soccer clients. Another game of the week winner. I think that's, 3 weekends in a row, 4 weekends in a row that Jerry has released a top play in soccer, or a game of the week in soccer, and he just keeps cashing one after the other after the other. It was no exception today. So congrats to Jerry and everybody that hopped on that play with him. It was a nice, easy win, and everyone deserved to wake up to money. Most people, especially on the West Coast, when they woke up this morning, the game was already over, and they already had money sitting in their account. So, easy win there. As far as what I did for the day, I kind of split out for the day. Had just a little bit more wins than losses. It was kind of an odd day. But as far as NHL went, cashed in on the early stuff. We did lose Nashville. We had Nashville. We took them again. And I almost backed out of that play because there was a couple of defensemen in question. Last minute got the information that they were going to play. Something kind of felt off about the game, but hey, it met the criteria, so we follow it. We released it. It did not win. We did not win our over pick in the Calgary game, but we did pick up a nice win with Vegas and Tampa Bay to split out in the NHL. NBA, we did not release anything. NCAA basketball, we dropped Marshall We won on St. Louis. We dropped Duke, but we picked up a nice underdog outright winner on Arkansas. So we split out in the early stuff. And then in the late stuff, we had Gonzaga, a nice, easy blowout win there. Got the line at 16 and a half, and they ended up winning by, 40? So that was an easy win. And then also took Providence on the money line. That was an easy blowout. So picked up some profit in that regard as far as the win-loss goes. But other than that, it wasn't the greatest of days. Obviously, it's a lot better than the alternative, but that's a bad day for us. To not make a lot is a bad day for us. So we'll pick it back up and have a huge Sunday. Obviously, NASCAR is the big focus for today, but we are still going to have plenty of premium action. Jerry has already released a morning play for soccer. I'm going to give you a play in NCAA basketball. This is on the card, and then it looks like there could be upwards of 3 NBA picks. Nothing is set in stone yet. Obviously, still waiting on information to come out about a lot of these games, player, personnel-wise. But once that comes out, hopefully we'll have a nice big day in the NBA, looking at an NHL play. And then there's still a lot of NCAA games that don't even have lines released yet. So obviously more plays will be coming in NCAA basketball in that regard. But as of right now, 2 plays already posted. There will be a daily top play, it looks like, as long as everything kind of flows the way that we think that it's going to. Probably be closer to lunchtime before I'm able to lock that one in for sure. But it looks like there should be a daily top play as well. But I guess it remains to be seen. And I think that's it. Oh, the promo that we are going to run, Valentine's Day special, you can get any 2 season passes that you like, your choice. MLB is not included, for $500. You choose. Say, hey, I want to do NHL and NASCAR. I want to do, NBA and whatever. $500 today and today only. Email me. I'll give you the code that you need to use, and it's going to depend on what packages you choose. You can say, hey, I want to do Jerry's Soccer Year Pass and NASCAR. I want to do soccer and NBA. I want to do NBA and NASCAR. Mix and match. Do any of them you want. MLB is not included. You cannot include MLB in that pass. But any 2 of your choice, $499 today and today only. Obviously, the NASCAR season, $250, which is 50% off the normal price. And in 2022, next season, the season price, we are doubling the season price because, again, it should be $5,000. I mean, if not more. We are going to up that season price to $999, but we are keeping it one more season at $499 for the season price. But until the green flag drops today in that race, you can get it for $250. We got a cool little giveaway going on with some hats. Again, that's it. Make sure you click the link in the description below. Watch the NASCAR video. It goes over all of that and how to enter any of that. But if you want to pick 2 season passes, $499, or the 1-year all-access pass, which is $4,000 for the year, which is a third of what it should be, which gets you everything, NASCAR included, everything, every premium, top play, game of the week, game of the month, game of the year, NASCAR, soccer, horse racing, which kicks back off in March for us. We'll be talking about that this coming week. Everything that gets released on ChaseWins.com, no matter what it is or how highly rated, you get with a 1-year all-access membership. It's $4,000. You can get it for $999 today and today only through the Valentine's Day special. Either one, any of this you want, send me an email, chase@chasewins.com, or a DM on Twitter @PicksChase. Tell me that you're interested. Then you'll have to tell me which 2 you want to match together or what you want to go with, and I'll give you the code on how to get it so you can take advantage before midnight when everything expires. All right, that's pretty much it. So again, make sure you click the link in the description of the video. Watch the NASCAR video when you're done with this one. Make sure you smash the like button before you get out of here, and let's get on a free play. Now, this game that I'm looking at, you can do one of 2 ways or both. I actually don't think it's a bad idea to bet it both ways. But first off, let me just make sure this line hasn't changed at all, because we bet it about an hour ago. Okay, no, it's still the same. So 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whoops. Get back off of there. Evansville versus Indiana State. Indiana State's coming on the road, playing Evansville. These are two teams that have not matched up yet this season. They should have matched up earlier in the season, but it ended up getting postponed, COVID protocol, all that horse shit. But anyway, these are two teams coming in that when you watch them play and you watch what they do against opponents like, let's say, Northern Iowa. Let's use that as an example. Indiana State goes and plays them, then Evansville goes and plays them. They look like two totally different teams at completely opposite ends of the spectrum. When, truth be told, it's not like they differ that much in talent. They don't differ that much in their records. They don't differ that much in their style of play. These are two teams that are very, very evenly matched. Play the same style of ball. There's one thing that separates these two teams. Well, two things really, but one thing if you want to talk about in general, and that's defense. Both teams know how to press. Both teams are not scared to press. Both of these teams throughout 40 minutes of basketball will pick you up before half court. But one thing that Indiana State does, and they do this at the start of every game, they do it throughout the first half of every game, is they run a full court press. They will pick you up at the opposite three-point line, and they will run a full court press and pressure you to go outside and move the ball around the perimeter. They don't guard the three very well. They allow a lot of three-point shots. The good thing is, Evansville is a very poor three-point shooting team. They've had a couple of games this season where they've gotten really hot from outside, and of course those are games where not only they've won in dominant fashion, made it look easy, but that's an exception to the rule. Overall, they are a very porous three-point shooting team. So that's one thing that will actually not just benefit Indiana State because they're a bad three-point shooting team. Indiana State doesn't guard the three very well at all. They allow teams to move the ball around that perimeter, pretty much uncontested. But what does that mean? They do not allow teams to drive in. They're very quick at not only guarding inside the paint, they're very good underneath. They're very aggressive when it comes to boxing people out, not letting them get up underneath. And they're very good at what do we always talk about? Those offensive rebounds and getting second chance shots. Number one, they're not that great at that. But one thing they are really, really good at, the best in their conference at, is defensive rebounds. When they are on the defensive end of the floor, they do not allow easy layups. They don't allow very many dunks. They allow the least amount of dunks. Not fast break included, obviously, because you can't really, if a team gets on a fast break, you're not going to be able to stop a dunk. They're going to have to miss it. But when you're talking about them actually defending someone, they allow the least amount of layups and dunks throughout the entire conference. They also are the best defensive rebounding team within the conference. When they're down there and they're on defense, they're picking up 7 out of every 10 rebounds when they're on the defensive end. So, a couple of things here. They're going to allow the ball to go around the outside perimeter all game long, which is going to make Evansville do what? Feel comfortable out there, which is going to make a team that already shoots a lot of three-pointers feel comfortable shooting even more. Why is that a problem? Because Evansville's very poor at shooting the three ball. So what do? They miss some threes. Now what are they going to try to do? They're going to try to drive inside. They're not going to have any success unless Indiana State just lets them have it. So if they play defense, they're not going to have success there. Then on the defensive end of things, Indiana State being on the defensive end of things, Evansville's not going to get offensive rebounds. When they're not doing that, what are they going to do? Saying we can't get offensive rebounds, they're not letting us go inside, we're going to have to shoot threes. They're going to shoot threes, they're going to get worn down because of a full court press that Indiana State's going to end up running for the majority of the game. They're going to play man-to-man. But one thing they can do is play man-to-man. When they get back on the defensive end of the floor, they can shift to a 3-2 zone all day long. What will they end up doing? They'll shift to a 2-3 zone, allow a wide open man on the perimeter at all times, as long as Evansville isn't hot from outside. That way they keep down low protected. They ensure they're getting those defensive rebounds. That's what's going to keep them throughout this game at a 5 to 6 point lead. And I think that if they keep that full court press running, and if at any given time they can just up that offensive rebound status or even their 3-point status, I think they could break out into a double-digit lead for a good portion of this game. Right now, Indiana State is laying a 1.5. Lay it. But one thing that you can also get that I think is pretty valuable is Indiana State on the money line at minus $1.30. It's minus $1.30 at William Hill. It's minus $1.30 at Circa, and it's minus $1.30 even at Bovada. That's the only offshore book that I've checked. I'm sure that some of your guys that use local books or use some of these non-accredited offshore sites, you might be laying $1.40, $1.50 because the money lines are always outrageous. $1.40 or less, I'm more than okay with you laying the money line. I think it's a good bet. Right now, Indiana State minus a 1.5 at minus $1.10, premium rated play. Indiana State money line at minus $1.30, premium play. We wagered both of them. You know, a lot of times we typically won't do a lot of that unless it's an underdog play, or we have one play where we take the points and then a secondary play where we just take them on the money line to get plus money. But in this situation, I mean, I've got Indiana State laying anywhere from 4.5 all the way to 7 points. And that's all going to depend on one of their guards, whether or not he plays. Whether he plays or not, we are taking the game. But right now, because he's in question, because it's unknown right now, I think that's part of why the line is as low as it is. Bet the game now, because even if he doesn't play, I still think the line should be 4.5, period. Money line becomes even more valuable at that point. If he ends up playing, you're going to see some sharp money come in on that. And again, I don't like saying sharp money, but you're going to see some people that follow those smaller Mo Valley type conferences. They're going to dump some money into Indiana State. That money line is going to go up well above 150, and that line is going to jump up well above 3 points, 4, maybe even 4.5. But at that point, the line should be 7, 8 points if he plays, because now you're talking about an extra 14 points per game on average, 6 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game. So big difference there. Take Indiana State either way. If he plays and you lock it in now, you just got even that much more value. But I'd take them both ways if you want to. Take them minus 130 on the money line. Take them minus 1.5 on against the spread. Both of those are premium plays. Enjoy both of the wins. If you just want to play one of them, just one of them, I would say pick whichever one is giving you the best financial value. If you were having to lay over $1.30, then I would just lay the 1.5. If you can get it at minus $1.30, or excuse me, minus $1.40 or less, I would take it on the money line just because it's unknown whether or not the guard will play. And I think that if he ends up not playing, then that money line or if he does end up playing, where the line should be, multiple points higher, that money line becomes even more valuable. So that's my thoughts on it. Either way, premium play. We will have more action coming around lunchtime today. NASCAR will be released shortly after lunch. The race goes at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Click the link in the description of the video. Go watch the NASCAR promo. And guys, as always, we'll see you in the winner's circle.